Hey guys, and as you can see in the title of this video, today I'm going to talk about how I chose my Aussiedoodle puppy, Teddy, from the litter, and how all that process went. And I'm going to show you all of his siblings and how I decided to choose the puppy I did, and how you can also choose the best puppy from the litter that is best suited to your lifestyle. So in these pictures, you can see Teddy at 9 weeks old. This was actually the day that I picked him up from the breeder. I chose the breeder online, and I saw that they recently had a litter, and so we called them and asked them to be the first people that could choose from the litter. And so we drove about 2 or 3 hours to the breeder, and when we got there, we found out that two of the puppies, or one, was already taken by someone that had previously bought a puppy from this breeder. So I didn't have the free of choice that I wanted when I was planning to be the first one to choose, but there were still plenty of puppies to choose from, so it wasn't really a problem. The only thing was that the puppy that was already chosen was also one that was very high on my list for choosing a puppy. It was actually the one that I probably wanted the most, but yeah, as things change, I looked at the other puppies, and now I want to introduce you to all of Teddy's siblings when they were, I think, 4 weeks old. The first one was one that I also really liked. She was the runt of the litter and a black and white, cutest little puppy. Then we had a red, two-colored boy Aussiedoodle. Then the brown girl that I really wanted to start with, but she was already gone when I got there. Then another boy, Red Merle, he was also already gone when I got there because of his brown paw that someone really liked, which I also thought was really cute. Then another Red Merle white girl. Then the boss puppy, he was the biggest, also a Red Merle. Then another Red Merle, a little puppy that was kind of more on its own and more on the side of the rest of the litter. And finally, the only Blue Merle puppy of the litter. And then here you can see the parents of all of the puppies. The mom is on the left, is a giant poodle in sort of a white beigey color, and then an Australian Shepherd in Blue Merle was the dad of the litter. So to bring an overview to all of the puppies from the litter that I had to choose from, there were 3 girls. I was actually looking for a girl because previously we have a boy, and I just wanted a girl just to, mix it up. And I also heard that often if you already have a dog and you want to get another one, often they get along better if you get the opposite sex of the puppy that you already have. So I really wanted a girl, but the puppy in the middle, that didn't really speak to me. The color, I didn't really like it. She wasn't very interested in me, and I ruled her out from the beginning already. Then the brown one that I really wanted to start with, when I saw the puppies online, I saw pictures of, they announced that they had a litter, and I really liked the brown one, but she was already gone when I got there from another person that had already bought a puppy before with them. So they already had the number and the contact, so they got her before I did, even though I was the first one to actually go there and see the puppies. And then the brown white one, she was the runt of the litter, meaning that she was the smallest of all the puppies and kind of a little more held back and shy in a way. But she was on my list to choose from, but I wasn't really sure if I wanted her or not. Yeah. And then for the boys of the litter, there were 5 boys altogether, meaning that the litter was 8 puppies altogether. So the first boy with the brown paw on the left, he was already gone when I got there as well. Then the boy on the right, the color didn't speak to me. I didn't really like the very like white, beige brown coloring that he had, so I ruled him out from the beginning already. Then the bus puppy, he was the biggest, and we also saw all the puppies drink from the mom once, and you could really see that he was really, I don't want to say boxing, but he was kind of boxing his way through, and it was more of a dominant puppy, which is also why you are supposed to get your puppy between 8 to 9 weeks, because then they start establishing a hierarchy, and those kind of puppies tend to get even more dominant than they already were as a puppy younger than that age. So yeah, I wasn't sure about him, but I really liked the color that he had with the more darker brown scheme. And then the red merle, the other one, he was also kind of too light for my tasting with the like beige, light brown. Maybe it is because I have dark hair and I'm more, I don't know, I get more attached to hair colors that I also have. I read, a study where they actually prove that often the owners and the dogs, they look very much alike. Maybe that's why I didn't want that puppy. So at the end, the only 2 puppies that I really that were in the running for me were the blue merle, because he was very cute and always climbing over me, and I don't know, I really liked the color and the way that he was playful and he was cuddling with the other puppies, and I wanted an attached puppy that's just attached to me, so I really like that. And then my mom was actually the one that really liked the boss puppy, so the biggest one. So those were the 2 that were in the running in the end, and those were the 2 that I took out and I looked at again and saw them playing together and just observing their behavior. So that's what you can see in this next short clip. So here you can actually see both of them play, and the red merle one, you can see him biting my pants. That's actually because he is so big and much more developed than the other puppies, and he already had teeth and the other puppies didn't. And even if you decide to get the boss puppy, or maybe the boss puppy is the only one left at the end, and you decide to take it, it doesn't mean that he's going to be harder to train or also be the boss when you bring him home, because he might be the boss in the litter when he's the biggest one and all of the other puppies are smaller. But when you bring him home, he's going to be the smallest one, so when you bring them home, they won't be the boss anymore, but they'll be at the bottom line of the hierarchy, as it should be with dogs. You don't want them to be dominant when they're with you and have them controlling you, but you want to, be on top of them and control them. So even if you get a shy puppy, when you bring them home, they might, lighten up and be lively and not be the shy one anymore, because that's just the role they took in the litter in that time. And then when you bring them home, they can be, you know, totally different, happy, and the temperament of the dogs at the time in the litter can really just depend on the other dogs in the litter and how they take their role in the litter with the other puppies. But when you bring them home, they can also be different. But in the end, I decided to choose Teddy because, first of all, yeah, he was the only blue merle of the litter. And ideally, I probably would have chosen a girl in blue merle coloring, but that wasn't an option. But I'm still very happy with Teddy. And yeah, that's the story of how I chose Teddy. And another factor that I kind of only notice now is that I also chose him because he was the first one that I picked up on that day. And when I held him, he also fell asleep on me in my arms. And that may also be a factor why I chose him, because he was just very cute. And yeah, I'm very happy with my decision. And let me know in the comments which puppy you would have chosen, and maybe you have a different preference in color or in temperament, because I want a Teddy because he's very attached, which I personally really love because I like having my dog with me. So yeah, I'll see you guys next Sunday for another video, and don't forget to let me know which puppy you would have chosen.